Hello, everybody.
Oh
Welcome
my god.
to another.
Get out of my
Welcome to
brain.
another week of PodcaS. This is episode 7. I'm Gryphon, and today joining me is JeTz, Ray,
Hello.
and
I
Wingo.
don't think.
Oh my god.
I held my breath for a second because you guys didn't. If you knew that Wingo was here, it would be, not a surprise.
Wow.
I'm joking, Wingo. That's an old joke,
Old me.
but yeah, old meme. That's episode 1 memes right there. But anyway, how are you guys doing today? How's your guys' day?
So far, so good.
Chad and the folks here.
Yeah, Chad too.
Yeah. I'm doing good. I
Eh.
hope everyone in chat is good.
Woke up like not long ago.
Yeah, woke up, streamed
Yeah.
a little. Now we're here.
When's not long ago, Wingo?
Ate some food.
Mm.
Played some Overwatch. Now I'm here.
I'm assuming Wingo woke up like the same time I
It's
did.
not long.
Probably.
What time did you wake up?
Like 11:30 my time.
Mhm.
No, I woke up like an hour after. Hour or two.
What, like 5:30?
Yeah.
Oh my
6.
fucking god.
Damn.
Jesus.
Crust.
Okay, lads, you need to sort that out.
I think you need to sort that out. Don't talk shit about my sleep.
Alrighty then. By the way, if I suddenly have to mute myself, it's because my little brother is drunk.
Oh,
Nice.
that's fine.
So yeah, might
Oh.
be distracted a
Oh, yeah.
little.
I was I don't know. I was at work today, so I just got home like an hour ago.
How was
Which
work?
brings me to my first thing. Work was all right, thank you. It wasn't too bad.
That's good.
My first thing, which is like 30 minutes before, no, an hour before stream started, I was trying to organize everybody, and then JeTz was confusing the fuck out of me. He was not like reading the messages. I was
Should we postpone
messaging and
this? Let's postpone this. Start getting it out.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Let me say my side of the story. All right. So I was talking in Ray's stream chat because they were playing Overwatch, and then I was like, "Hey guys, we start soon. 40 minutes. You guys got 40 minutes." They're like, "Oh yeah, let's play some customs." Like, "Oh yeah, we don't have time for customs because we're starting in 40 minutes." And then I'm like, "Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, we shouldn't do that." And then I hear Jet say, should we delay the podcast so we can, do these customs?" And I'm like,
I thought you weren't home.
"Yeah, no, okay." And that's when Jet's. Then I was like,
Yeah.
"Jetz, what do you mean? I'm fucking home." I typed that in the
Yeah.
chat, and then you're like, "Oh well, I didn't know that." But then like afterwards, you said, "Oh yeah, I knew you're home." I'm like, "No, what do you mean? What do
Yeah,
you mean you
but-
know I'm home? Earlier you said you didn't know I was home."
No, let me explain. So,
Okay.
we had a conversation about something in our host chat
Okay,
earlier.
that's the confusion, I think.
Yeah, like I didn't realize you were home, and then I saw that you said you were home. So then I was like, okay, now I know you're home. All right.
That was after you suggested delaying the podcast. Is that
yes,
correct?
but
Okay.
yeah, because I still thought you were at work.
Mhm.
So then I was like, maybe we should postpone it until Griffin's back. And then you said I am home, so I was like, okay then.
But then, okay,
So-
the thing is that you talked about more customs again after
After stream,
I said, okay,
after the podcast.
okay, yeah, that's probably what got me too. I was like, "JeTz, you motherfucker, what are you doing?" And I was like so stressed out. And then I went to Elder's Cave and I was ranting about it. I think Dusty
Oh my
and my
God.
girl there.
Man, you just needed to message me on Blizzard, man. That's all you needed to do.
Whatever. It was a one-way conversation that got mixed up and shit. And I was just
Yeah.
like, I was stressing out like, okay, guys, we're still doing the podcast. We're not delaying it. I'm home. There's no reason to delay it. And that's why I was like smashing my cue.
Right?
Oh my glow, thank you for the host.
Oh, thank you, Chloe. Oh my Jesus.
No.
It's a lot
Oh
of-
my
Oh,
Pepe
here's hello,
hands.
everybody.
Oh,
Should I put the
okay.
other kind of eating gif on this time? With the grasshopper thing?
Sure. Yeah, I don't mind.
Sounds good.
Anyway, other than that, I was just working the whole day. I barely got any sleep last night, like I always do. But I'm doing all right, and probably a little grumpy, unintentionally.
Understandable.
Who's ever intentionally grumpy? You know?
Ben when he doesn't get
I
sleep.
don't know. Oh, shit.
I have a screenshot. You
Anyway,
admitted it.
sorry. I had to get that off my chest.
Fair enough.
No problem. Like, Jesus.
I was just confused, and I don't know if you were probably confused too. And
I was very confused.
okay, there we go.
I was probably more confused than anyone. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're not confused. We're here.
Yes, now
Yes.
we're here.
Time.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yes. Yes. All right. Now we can continue. Whew. All right.
You sure you're good?
Gotta take a swig of water after that one, guys.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh,
Anyway, sorry. I'm not mad. I was just confused. And
You were
stressed
mad,
out.
but you're no longer mad.
Yes. I was mad. There we go.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Big exhale.
Do you want?
You're right.
Do you want to introduce the topic?
Me?
Yeah, sure.
I guess.
Yeah, sure. So today's podcast, all of the questions is kind of more tailored to getting to know more about us.
Yeah.
Very first topic is actually speaking about siblings.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Hold on. Yeah. Don't go through all the topics. Hey, you're listening.
Oh no.
Okay.
I was only introducing the siblings topic, dude.
Okay. Then. Okay.
I'm professional. Okay.
All right.
Sometimes.
See, this is shit we need to talk about. But anyway, continue.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Would you like me to go first? Seeing as I'm still talking? Okay, so as I mentioned before, I have a younger brother who is currently drunk. So wave to him.
I'm waving.
I'm sure he appreciates it. I'm a middle child. I have a younger brother and an older brother.
Nice.
So my poor parents, you can imagine that. 3 little boys. That's Saying
He's
that,
got rowdy.
me and my older brother got on very well. It was my little brother that I didn't get on with.
That is the same relationship I have with my brothers, but continue.
Yeah, like me and my older brother just didn't get on with the youngest. So I remember there was one time I must have been like 8. We were playing on some video game console. Me and my older brother, we were playing a football game, or soccer for you Americans. And my little brother walked over and just started putting his hands on the TV, like following the ball. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? So I just stood up, walked across the room and threw him to the floor.
Wow.
Because I was a mean brother, apparently.
That is very mean.
Yeah. And then I just sat back down and started playing again. And he just like,
just nonchalantly, oh yeah, well that's taken care of, Go back to
yeah,
business.
like, yeah. Don't interrupt me when I'm playing
Take
my
out the
video games,
trash.
dude. Like, yeah. But that changed. He bullied me a lot after that. So
I do the same with my brother.
yeah, he could kick my ass, to be honest. So, but if you look at me and my brothers, you wouldn't actually think we're brothers, because I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before to anyone, but I'm part Maltese. Mostly English, but part Maltese.
What is that? I thought that was a dog breed.
Uh,
I'm so confused.
from Malta.
The Italian
Malta.
man who went to Malta.
Okay. Well, I don't. Yeah. See, I'm ignorant. All right.
But yeah, from my dad's side, I have Maltese origins, and my little brother, he looks like someone from Malta. Very tan skin, dark hair, dark eyes. Whereas, I don't know. I guess I just look like a normal English kid. I don't know.
Stereotypical English person.
Yeah, wear the blazer all the time. And
Yeah, I could totally see that actually.
Yeah. Okay. And my older brother, he's kind of a mixture between the two. So it's weird. I'm like the only one. Like, I take after my mum, whereas my older brother takes after both my parents, and then my little brother after my dad. Both of them have like brown eyes, whereas I have, I don't know, like bluish grayish. I don't know.
They're
Yeah,
not telling you
bluish.
something, JeTz. That's what it is.
Yeah, turns out I'm adopted. There you go. But yeah, I like my eyes though. Like, I get a lot of compliments on my eyes, so I can live with that.
Is that the only
You
reason
can
you
see.
like him?
Yeah. Well, I can barely see. I need to wear glasses now. So
Oh, yeah. See, yeah.
yeah, I need to follow in Glow's footsteps and get some surgery on them.
I could see like 2 inches away from my face. It's pretty damn awful.
Yeah,
I'm
same,
getting there.
honestly.
Getting there slowly but
Yeah.
surely.
At least you could, You play on your computer without glasses sometimes, right?
I do that.
No.
I don't use glasses yet.
I don't.
No.
I don't.
No, lucky.
I always
Why
wear
not?
glasses.
You wear glasses, JeTz?
I do. I
I
do.
didn't know that. You
I
learn something
thought,
new every day.
yeah, I can send you a picture of me wearing glasses.
Rocky,
if you
new
want.
art glasses on JeTz, please.
I mean, sure, but no, please
like
no.
Make him Harry Potter. What?
Yeah, that was a nickname I had during school.
Are you serious? Did you have Harry Potter glasses?
No, I didn't have Harry Potter glasses, but
Okay.
like when I was younger, the hairstyle that Daniel Radcliffe had in
I
Goblet of
see.
Fire,
The
like the
mop top.
very mop top, yeah, I had that,
Mhm.
and I just got the nickname Harry Potter, and I was like, nope, I'm shaving my head, and then I just got Harry Potter. Like everyone called me Harry Potter, so
Mhm. I'm sorry.
feels bad, man. You're PTSD right now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm bringing out all the bad.
Yeah, you know, I completely forgot about that, but now, no. Oh,
Now it'll be fresh. You know.
yeah, okay. This just turned into a therapy session. So,
NF?
Oh, jeez.
yeah, so Gryphon, I'm throwing the ball in your court now.
Okay. Well, I am the youngest child of 3 brothers, so I have 2
No,
older
baby
brothers.
Gryphon.
Yeah,
Baby good.
I know. I totally sound like a baby. Hello.
Hello. This is me, Baby Gryphon.
Yeah, I have
Sad.
I have a brother that's
Since they sounded
What?
like that since birth.
yeah. Hey, it's me. Anyway, I have a brother that's 1 year older than me, and another brother who's 8 years older than me. And like JeTz, I didn't get along with the middle brother at all. Since me and him are like so close in age, we were basically like twins.
Hmm.
Like our parents bought us matching clothes along with
Oh my
except
God.
except my favorite color was blue, his favorite color was red, so they'd buy the blue version for me and the red version for him, and then we just wear the same thing, and we had the same hairstyle too. It was fucking awful. I don't know what my parents were thinking, but apparently we were like twins. Yeah, I never really got along with my my middle brother. I'm gonna refer to him as that. His name is Chris, actually, as well.
Oh, okay.
And,
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Turns out me and Gryphon are related. Let's go.
Yeah. For those who don't know, JeTz's name is Chris.
Wow, you were bullying
Yeah.
Gryphon as a child? Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about
And
it.
then, yeah.
And yeah, just growing up together, we never got along because we had to share a bunch of stuff. He's always a little shithead, though. Okay, I was a shithead too, but that's because he started it, And
Just defending yourself.
yeah, exactly. But like, just growing up, I love him, but he did some shit that I got annoyed. We fist fighted like a couple of times, and
Oh.
we
It
still
got-
love each other. Me and him are pretty close now. I make fun of him still though a lot, and
It got really violent, or
oh yeah, we would like kick and punch each other, and like
jeez.
grab onto each other and slam each other into shit.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
We'd even spit on each other. That's like how
spit
bad
as
Jesus.
well.
Oh
What?
my God.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah,
Like,
no, we were violent kids.
I'm glad that it didn't get that bad.
Oh, no,
like,
yeah.
With my brothers, I did knock my little brother out once.
Oh jeez.
Spitting
Okay,
on
we
each
never
other?
did that.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, we were really nasty kids. Anyway,
Spitting and stuff. That
yeah.
No.
We
I would
did bring
spit
out
on someone.
weapons sometimes. Not like actual weapons like a knife or a gun or anything. We'd have like plastic like bats or something. I mean, they're still deadly, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's probably deadly to a kid, but then we grab out stuff and hit each other.
Did you with like wrapping paper? Did you use like the roll inside?
Yeah.
As, like, board? Yes, I
Yeah,
loved
we
doing
could
that.
do that too, but like we actually wanted to hurt each other. That's the difference.
Smack someone so hard it snaps in half. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother, I call my older brother. My middle brother, I just call him my brother most of the time. But we call my brother that's 8 years older than me. He's my older brother.
Really?
I never really, I never really grew up with him like directly because obviously the age difference. But I would always get like his hand-me-downs, like whatever console he played or whatever. So that's how I got into video games. Really, is because my older brother was into like Nintendo and PlayStation, and then just like I inherited all this. I don't know. All the shit he got was cool, like GoldenEye and Super Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot, all
Yeah,
that other stuff.
if I remember right, didn't he introduce you into like RPGs and stuff like
Oh
that?
yeah, yes, definitely. Just
Why you say?
Yeah.
any video game I like was into was probably because of him. And like like people today on like Twitch watching people play video games. I used to always watch my brother play video games because he wouldn't let me play.
No, that feeling.
So I just they're like, oh, this game looks cool, and I just sit there and watch him. But then sometimes he would lock me out of his room and not let me watch
Aw.
him. Yeah. But I have a pretty good relationship with both of them, and I'm also
good.
bigger than both of them,
Let's go.
which
That's
is
probably why.
huge.
Yeah.
yeah. I have like maybe 4 inches on both of
Ah,
them.
so they're my height.
Okay.
So I'm your brother.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh my God.
But
Um,
I was also picked on a lot as a kid, so it's kind of nice from my brothers. So it's kind of nice that it's kind of like equaled out now, and I get to pick on them a little bit.
Payback's the kid.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I love my brothers, but
not gonna
they
lie,
do so much for me.
I'm kind of scared of you, Griff.
Why are you scared? Man?
You could totally like beat me up.
Piece you.
Do you even okay?
Smack.
You guys think I'm like this huge hulking like,
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
I'm 5'10". Like I'm not even that
That's
tall.
pretty fucking tall.
Exactly like Bruce Banner, okay? You're
Bruce Banner.
smart, you're kind of like on the shy side until you get to know him, but then he turns into a raging fucking monster, that's
Yeah, just like earlier when you were confusing me.
Yes, yes.
I'm Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Um,
Sounds get real.
Before Ray and Wingo talk about their siblings or lack of siblings, people in the chat wanted me to explain my story of me knocking my brother out.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I just want to clarify, I did that in self-defense. He started going off at me, like pinned me up against the wall, punched me, and then I just turned around, knocked him in the side of the head, and he just flat out cold. Like I didn't mean to. Like I just wanted to punch him just so that he would back off, but I actually knocked him out, and like he was on the floor for like a good few seconds, and then he came to and was like, "What the fuck was that?" And like I was like, "Fuck, I feel so bad."
Yeah, sucker punch JeTz. Come on, cheap shot.
What? He was punching me.
He
Come on.
wasn't expecting you to punch him.
Well,
Is everyone so tall?
he shouldn't have punched me.
I'm joking. Yeah, if somebody starts hitting you, they should expect to get hit.
Yeah, like don't throw the first punch, but if they fucking punch you, then go
Floodgates
all
are
out,
open.
dude. Yeah, self-defense, isn't it?
I always started hitting my brother first, actually, though. To be
My
fair.
God, Tillian. With a headbutt, Zinedine Zidane style. Let's go.
I accidentally mortared.
You guys probably don't even know who that is.
I accidentally mortared.
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh my God. Well, Zidane is a soccer player, French soccer player, and in the World Cup final, he headbutted someone.
He knocked him out.
He didn't knock them out, but he flat out just headbutted him.
Sounds like my kind of dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the manager of Real Madrid, but he stepped down. So
All right, Ray. What about you?
yeah, Ray. I get
Sorry.
sidetracked. No problem.
What the hell
I
was
was
that?
yawning. And I was stretching, because stretching's important. You should do that every once in a while. Okay.
Yeah, and you have to scream at the
I
top of
was
your
gonna
lungs
spare
as well.
everyone
You
that.
forgot to do that.
No, I can't, because it's better. It's confirmed that it's at least 200% better.
It does feel better
Yeah,
to do
okay.
that.
Yeah, Ray, you have to do
I
that
literally
next time.
cannot. I will blow everyone's eardrums out.
I can't
Do it,
help but think of the
please.
Think of next
Grinch,
time,
like
okay?
the one in the yoga class.
Alright, so I have
Good,
one
Ray.
brother. He's older. We got a fairly similar relationship, I guess, as you guys, in terms of like scrappy.
Wow.
He instigated it most of the time though. I don't know why, but that's
Just
yeah.
picked
And
on
he
you.
like would just I don't even. There's a lot of like separate stories of just like I don't know. We'd be playing something and I'd win and then he'd get mad, or stuff like that. And man, we used to play this motocross game on like the PS2 or PS1 or something, and I just remember like whenever he'd start losing, like I was watching and he just make me like not watch because when he started losing,
Oh no.
he just like don't look, it's bad luck. I'm like, oh okay, all right.
That's
No,
so
I swear, like
funny.
90% of the time when I didn't look, he'd win.
Don't-
Because he'd be playing.
His performance
Yeah, I guess.
anxiety or
He's
something.
like don't.
Yeah.
Like, oh okay, gotta win.
That's.
Uh,
I'm imagining that like in the funniest way possible. For some reason,
I
that's
just like bury my head
hilarious
in
to
like a
me.
pillow or something. No, yeah. But yeah, we'd also fight. And,
Alright.
you know, fisticuffs. I don't think we've
Mhm.
ever knocked each other out, or anything like that. But it's gotten pretty. It wasn't like terrible, but we like threw each other around
Wouldn't recommend.
and we threw some punches. But
What'd your parents think about you guys fighting?
I mean, it was par for the course, I think. Like, yeah, they'd be upset. They'd be like, "All
Survival
right,
of
cut
the
it out.
fittest.
Like, you guys are being idiots. Stop." But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Even
Yeah.
like you know, as soon as they were out, my brother would just like hunt me down like the fucking animal. It was okay. I took it well, I think. But yeah, that's.
Would you say you have a decent
Oh
relationship
yeah, for sure.
now with your
Now
brother?
we're pretty close,
Yeah.
which is great.
That's good.
And you know,
That's good.
I'd like to think that it's, you know, the early on stuff was just, you know, get to where we are now. You know, it helps.
It's
Yeah,
part of being
exactly.
brothers,
you know,
yeah.
you fight and then you make up later, and it's all good.
It's just guy things, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Just brother things.
Mhm.
Anyway. Wingo.
This seems a bit
No.
boring, but I don't have any siblings. So
You're your own
Yeah,
sibling.
okay.
lonely child.
I have some questions about that. So feel free to not answer them if they're like too upsetting. But what, in comparison to people who like talk about their feelings or so, did you always feel like, I don't know, I guess
I was honestly glad. People usually complain about not getting as much
Yeah.
fighting. I'd rather not
Mhm.
fight, just die. Like,
Mm.
I'm too stick. Don't beat me up, please.
did you ever feel like, I guess, like lonely that you didn't have somebody to, I guess, play with or something like that?
I've
or-
always been a lone person, actually. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
you
if I've
didn't
told
mind.
you, but I just hate people. Like, ugh.
I'm
Go
sure you said it
outside.
before.
Never crossed my
Mm.
mind to. Don't worry.
Eh, people.
Mm.
Mm.
It's all right,
But yeah.
Wingo.
Yeah, we're here for
No,
you.
that's
bud.
pretty good. Online, you know?
We're brothers
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
Brothers. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
God. Right.
How do you think your relationship would be if you had any siblings? Say you had like a
Honestly, wouldn't know.
It's kind of
younger
hard
sister.
to picture it, I think.
I hate kids mostly, though. Like, anyone younger, I just...
Yeah.
really annoying.
Can
I get
confirm. Yeah.
It depends.
Me, friends?
That actually kind of brings me into
Huh?
what I was gonna bring up, GB.
Oh,
Let's
a
see,
what?
see, typed in, tell us about your best friend growing up. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Well, Wingo, do you want to elaborate or not?
Sorry. I'm
do I
done.
want to what?
If you want to continue.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Best
Even
friend growing
if
up?
you say, yeah, even if you said you
I-
didn't have one, you know.
I
it's-
never really liked using the term best friend because
Yeah.
other people would
Mm.
feel jealous. So, like, I just had a
Mm.
group, you know, just a few people
Yeah.
totally get that.
play
I
games
understand.
together, and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it always pissed me off if someone was like, "This person is my best friend." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It was bad for
It's like,
everyone
you're my friend,
else.
but you're not really my friend, if you know what I'm saying. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was that, well, for those of you who don't know, I'm adopted, and my dad is Michael Jordan. Okay. That's
That second part I
that's
don't
not
think
right.
is
But
right.
that's a
but-
Discord meme. But the short story behind that is I used to watch Space Jam like every day of my life, and since I was adopted, I don't even know when my parents told me, but they were like, I asked my mom, I was like, is Michael Jordan my biological father? At one point,
Oh my god.
so Michael Jordan is my dad. So yeah, but so it kind of brings me into the topic where it's like, yeah, I don't have any like blood relations to my brother, but he's still my brother. You know,
Mhm.
like I still call him my brother,
yeah.
of course. But that kind of gets me into the topic of like, if you have a close enough friend and you've been friends for long enough, would you consider them a brother, like an actual brother, like not just like saying it's a brother?
Honestly, I don't think I've had a friend that close before.
I mean, yeah, it's
Maybe I'm just
it's
like
definitely
a-
something you'd have to like. It would take a long time, obviously, to get to that point of trust and
Yeah,
you know. relationship, but
I'm just like more, standoffish, and I like don't trust people, I guess, that closely. Like, I don't know. I haven't known somebody for that long to, I guess,
mhm.
have some trust like that. But no, I get that. If you're getting a friend, it's basically family at
Yeah,
that point.
because that's kind of like how some of my friends around the neighborhood were early on. Because like
Mhm.
we were friends since before I can even remember, like, and it's been that way. So it's just like, I mean, it's basically the same relationship from my eyes anyway. It's the same relationship I had with my brother. Like, wake up, go outside, play, do whatever, and like
Yeah.
same shit every day. And it's
I'd say I'm closer to some of my friends than my brothers for
yeah,
sure.
I get
Yeah.
that.
I would
But
agree.
but I have a different relationship with my brothers. Like I could ask them for something, and I guess just because they're my brother, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not
Guilt
paying
trip
you
them.
back for this.
Eh.
Yeah. Hey, can you swap me for some money? And I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Mhm.
And then it's not even like financial stuff. It's just like favors and just like, you know, being family, I guess. I know we talked about like family and all that in a previous
South
episode.
Korea, Alex.
So, oh,
But
nice.
yeah, my brother's adopted from Brazil.
Very
Nice.
diverse family.
Yeah. Is he good at football?
I don't know. He does.
Oh my
he
God,
does, He
JeTz,
does
come on.
play.
What kind of question
he,
is that?
He used to play like
He's Brazilian, dude.
just recreational football, but I don't know. He probably is. He's always been an athletic guy.
I can't believe you're answering this.
That's a question.
Yeah. Like,
Anyway,
I was legit interested. Like, I've been talking about the World Cup all day.
Alex and I are
Like,
actually siblings.
you just have to.
it's just the fact that it was so closely to his brother being from Brazil that
Yeah.
it wasn't out of nowhere, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking
I
Tico.
mean, with all the stereotypes and stuff, that's not one of the worst. Come on.
Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, that whole talk about considering
Okay, Alex.
like best friends or close friends as brothers. I've totally been in that like situation. One of my friends I've known since he was born. Basically, me and him, because our dads are like best friends. We grew up together. I actually played guitar with him. Like he started learning guitar, I started learning guitar at the same time. You know, we played video games together. I would consider him like he's the type of person that if you think about the relationship with a brother, because you know I fought a lot with mine, which obviously is to be expected, but like there's a closer bond between me and him than me and my brothers, and like that close bond. If I think about like a brother, you know, relationship, I would say I would definitely consider him a brother, purely because I've been growing up with him for so long. Which is a shame because I don't really hang out with him anymore. So
well, now you should.
Reconnect.
yeah, I totally should. He actually plays Overwatch and stuff, so
Hey,
Overwatch, bringing people together.
play some Overwatch.
yeah. So I might bring him around into the Discord. That'd be fun.
Hooey.
Yeah, as long as you guys didn't embarrass me.
Of course, we're gonna
Oh,
bury
we're
you.
gonna embarrass the
Yeah,
fuck out
of
of you.
course.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for looking out for me.
Cheerio.
All right. So I'll introduce the next topic, which is adulting / being an adult. This was sent in by Allie. I don't know if she's here today. Hello, Allie, if you're listening to this or here
Allie.
today.
I believe she's streaming.
Thank you for
Thanks for the
listening.
question.
Oh, she's streaming right now?
They're playing
Oh,
Left 4
well.
Dead.
Good luck with your stream.
But
And if you watch the VOD, hello. Thank you for the
hello,
question.
hello from the past.
Future.
Yeah.
Some kind of stuff that she kind of elaborated, adulting, like she was
Yeah.
kind of asking what it means to be an adult, what you wanted to be when you were a kid, things that you've learned along the way / advice for others, and what defines us as like millennials. I'm pretty sure all of us are in the
What do you mean?
millennial like frame.
I'm
Yeah,
700.
what do you mean?
Okay.
My God.
But what is it? And hold on, there's another question by Alex in here that's kind of like related to the topic, so I'm just gonna sandwich it in. And Alex's question was, what is one thing you tell your past teen self?
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll talk about that as well.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Anyway, what it means to be an adult. So what does it mean to be an adult, boys?
Responsibilities. I could
is
say
like
that.
a super big
Taxes.
one. Just, like taxes, but just being able to take responsibility for
Yeah.
yourself is a big thing. Like not
Yeah.
shuffling it off to anybody and be like, "Yep, this is all me."
There's a lot that obviously as a kid you always have that person looking over your shoulder, like constantly keeping an eye on you so that you don't fuck up, whereas there's a lot of independence being an adult. Obviously you could still get supervision and stuff like that,
Mhm.
but you're given a lot more freedom. You could practically do whatever you want. I
You
wouldn't
do
suggest.
nothing even,
Yeah,
and
true.
that's not part of being an adult because you need to be responsible.
Exactly. The whole thing about being an adult, at least in my opinion, is completely to
Yeah.
do with responsibilities.
Mhm.
Obviously, as an adult, at least I'd hope this would happen when you're an adult. Random example, starting a family. Lots of
Jeez.
responsibilities there. I'm not going to go into too much depth because we've already spoken about kids and stuff like that when GB was on.
How are kids?
Well,
When a mama bird and a father bird love each other very much. They call it a stork.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I just off the top of my head, I'd definitely say the main thing is having so much responsibility, more freedom to do what you want than you previously had when you were younger. You had to go to school if you were fortunate enough to be able to have education, of course. Whereas as an adult, obviously you need to go out, get a job, get money, have to spend that money on taxes and food and just everything just to survive. Whereas when you're younger, you kind of had that catered to you with your parents or guardian or whatever. So yeah, I don't really have much to add to that apart from it just comes down to responsibilities.
I think, well, I agree with that with the responsibility thing for sure. It's a huge part. Just like that quote from Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
And, being an adult
Always comes back to Spider-Man.
yeah, everything goes back to Spider-Man, obviously.
Yeah, everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a Spider-Man.
Just not being, I guess, responsibility in that you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself more than, I guess,
Yeah.
than what you're used to before becoming
I get
an
what you're
adult. I don't
saying.
know.
I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, instead of, I guess, rely on somebody, you have to be independent, and
Yeah.
that's being an adult, doing adult things, dealing with stuff that you don't want to do, which is, I guess, the definition of responsibility. I don't know,
Yeah.
not really.
It's a
It's
definition.
fucking terrifying.
It's part of the definition.
Yeah, dealing with stuff that you don't want to do is a very adult thing to me, because a lot of the times I just want to stay home, play video games, and like not deal with like having to pay my car or like go get groceries, go to work.
Yep, I know
I
that.
I just sit here and I'm like, I don't want to today, but then
Yeah, I got it.
you're like, you know what, I need to.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what, I'm glad I got it done.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
I
afterwards.
feel like most of the time when I like, oh man, I don't want to go in and work on this project today, but after you do it, it's like, okay, well, I did a lot of things, and it feels good to know that you've done something. I don't know.
And also, if you think about it, after spending so much time working on something and then being able to just relax and do what you want
Makes it
afterwards,
that much better.
Mhm.
that's always a
Yep.
very good feeling.
Of course.
Definitely being rewarded, like
Yeah.
seeing the fruits of your
Yes.
labor is one of the most
Yes.
rewarding things.
For sure.
You're just like, man, I did that.
That's all me.
I made that.
That's
I made
all
that.
me.
I did it.
MVP.
I got the Grandmaster.
I
Yeah,
was so
exactly. That is something to be proud of.
Yeah.
It is.
But I don't know. Yeah, just doing stuff that you don't want to do, being bigger than yourself, not being selfish,
Mm.
is being an adult. Being an adult could mean like,
Such a proud
I don't
child
know,
thing.
instead of being childish, you're the bigger person. You're
Letting
an adult.
things
I don't know.
go and
Mhm.
all that kind of things. Especially like dealing with people is it's a big thing. Like just like communication
Oh, yeah,
skills and
for
stuff.
sure.
It's also important.
Oh man. Yes, I
Okay,
could
so-
definitely call people for being childish by their social interactions. Just
No one in this Discord.
I'm not calling out anybody.
I know.
I'm just saying, I'm like, okay, calm down, Sonny boy.
Sonny boy.
And
Sonny boy.
Whippersnapper.
All right, boyo.
I'll tell you, son. But
You just go
anyway,
full jiggy on them. Let's go.
Sorry, Dad.
continue, Ray. Sorry.
That was pretty much it.
Okay. Have anything we go? No.
Nope.
All right. What did I want to be as a kid? Name who I'm not calling out. I'm not calling out anybody. Means I'm not thinking about anybody specific when
It's okay, Griff.
when
Name
I'm
me.
thinking
So
about.
you are
it.
calling out everybody.
I'll
That's
take
And
okay.
then you guys are
It's-
accusing me of calling
it's
somebody
Murph.
out when I say it. Yeah, it's Murphy.
Murph.
Yeah, Murph.
Don't make believe, bro.
Anyway,
I'm.
what I wanted to be when I was a kid.
This is.
Very
I think this will be interesting.
Oh yeah.
I want people in the chat to actually guess what
Oh
we all
yeah,
wanted
it's
to
a
be
good
when
idea.
we were
Guess
younger.
segment. Everyone guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is no one's
Everyone-
gonna guess. That might be
everyone-
possible.
Have a guess, and we're just gonna for
A
like
human.
20 seconds. Just
Yeah, give you guys a few
Ramble.
a few minutes to
yeah.
gather your thoughts.
I could tell you it's like one of the 5 things, like I guess that kids usually jump to, when they're kids. I don't know.
I have a feeling people wouldn't actually guess my one.
But are you lying though?
Oh, why would I lie?
People might
Excuse
guess mine.
me.
People lying on the internet?
Oh,
My
Who would
God,
do that?
Alex,
Who would do
get outta
that?
here.
Okay, Folge.
Okay.
Dogor.
All right. That was like 20 seconds right there. But Ray was a swear.
Fulfilled my goal. Thanks, Toasty.
It was I wanted to be a policeman when I was a
Nice.
kid, and maybe it was literally because I had a toy that was a police car, and I liked like moving it around and shit and playing with
That's
it.
where it
And I
all
was like,
starts.
yeah, I want to be a
No?
policeman. Yeah, and then I switched to fireman,
I think you'd be a good firefighter.
and then after
Yeah.
that, I don't know. When I was like a teenager, I still don't know what I want to do today, even though I have a job. But
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I know that feel.
what do we all do now, Ben? Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Absolutely fucking nothing.
well, there's Wingos. Ray, what do you do?
Right now, I'm a full-time student.
All right, JeTz, what do you do? Is
I
that still a
work-
secret, actually?
Oh, that might as well. Fuck
Yeah,
it, you
yeah,
know.
might as well say it.
PodcaS exclusive right here. If
Yeah.
you didn't see my Q&A, I work on a customer service team for an online retailer on their eBay and Amazon stores. So
That was actually
I-
more specific than I've ever you've
Heard
told
it.
me. So I don't know.
Yeah. So any problems with any items on their Amazon or eBay stores, I take all the shit for it,
Mhm.
which has happened a lot lately because delivery services are absolute bollocks. So, yeah.
Ray, yeah, what are you studying
So
for?
make a
Tell us.
guess. All right.
tell the audience.
It's not electrical. Computer engineering.
Computer engineering. Nice.
Very nice.
Made something.
Actual bollocks.
Yeah, nerd engineering. Got that right. Wingo.
And hold on,
Bollocks.
I need to correct you there, Dusty.
Bollocks.
I generally don't talk about my job, but
Do you have to kill us if you talk about it?
No.
Clearance.
I have
Men
the
in Black.
clearance. I have the clearance.
He got the
You
package.
beat me in the eyes, make me forget everything.
No, I just want you guys to say. I know there's a delay on the chat, so I just want you guys to think about, I don't know, who I am and what kind of job do you think I would do.
Myth McMuffin.
And then I'm just gonna tell you
Hint,
what I
he's
do.
swole as fuck.
And make
Yeah.
I'm actually an aircraft mechanic, so I work on planes.
Works on jets.
Yeah.
On jets. I work on
Especially
jets.
the
Jets come
under-
over.
Landing gear.
Okay.
Landing gear. Get your minds out of the
Alright.
gutters, ladies and gentlemen. Landing gear.
Okay.
Yeah. And Gryphon probably works with children. Okay, boo.
Let me just
yeah.
spam that in the chat, and we're good to go.
And yeah, that's what I do. It's freaking, it's strenuous and it's taxing on my body. But anyway.
That's so cool, though. Like compared to my job, like that sounds so interesting. Like,
The thing is, okay, people, whenever I tell people, they sound like so like amazed by it, but I don't know, just me seeing what I do, I'm just like, okay.
yeah,
It's
like
not
to
that
you,
impressive.
it's no big deal. But then, like for us, it's like, oh my god, you work on planes!
I
Yeah.
love
Nice.
planes. I
Nice.
flew on one of those.
I love planes.
I know a guy
It's
who
like
works
any
on
plane
those every
there.
time I see a plane. I know a guy.
Gryphon works on like the biggest
He
ones
fixed
out
that
there,
one.
legit. At the size of a planet.
It's just that Jiggy, I don't know if I want to go too personal, but I guess I will talk about, I guess, more personal. I am actually in the Air Force, if people didn't guess or would have guessed. I don't, like I said, I don't talk about it often, but yeah, there you
I
go.
knew that.
And that's the only reason why I'm an aircraft mechanic. Yeah, right now it's because I told them.
There you go. There you go. I'm saluting you with your own Gryffalo.
Please don't salute.
That's
so
the first thing I
awful.
did when I met.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah,
anyway, as a kid, I wanted to be a cop, but now I'm in the military, so
It's close. They're cousins.
It's a bit different. Cousins,
Interesting.
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, enough about me.
I want to know more
Yeah.
about Gryphon.
Okay, next
Okay.
podcast.
Next podcast, it's a Gryphon special. There you go.
Yeah,
Just
just
Gryphon.
me for an
Yeah.
hour and
Let's
a
go.
half.
Yeah. I guess it's my turn then.
Yeah.
I didn't see anyone actually guess this. When I was younger, the first thing I wanted to do when I grew up was actually become an actor. Which, with all the bullying and stuff that happened during school, that completely killed me. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. But yeah, I loved watching movies as a kid. That is a really
Flip it,
bad
Flip it.
Monka.
The truth has been revealed.
There you go. I watched a lot of movies when I was a kid. There you go. Let me fix that real quick. And I always saw, like, for example, I saw Lord of the Rings when it was out in the cinema. And I was like, it looks so cool what they're doing. I want to be able to do what they do when I grow up. And I just lost, like, all confidence in my acting abilities, speaking to other people. This podcast isn't really helping, especially when I misspeak. But yeah, I wanted to be an actor, and then it kind of changed during school, and then I just wanted to work anything to do with video games. I would love to do voice acting, maybe, and actually say lines correctly. I wanted to be a concept artist because I drew a lot when I was younger, but the main thing was definitely me being an actor. So,
Who's your favorite actor growing up? Who'd you look up to? You're like, yeah, I want to be that kind of actor.
fuck. Okay, that's when I was younger. Damn.
Mine was Leo. It's still Leo, actually.
He's
Leo.
great.
That's a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
When see, the thing is, I could tell you my favorite actor now. My favorite actor now is still Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Mm.
god. Great actor.
followed by Tom Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great actor
Very
too.
good actor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When I was younger, maybe Gary Oldman.
Great actor too. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I have a great taste in actors.
Yeah, you
know?
do. I love all of those
Great
actors.
The thing is,
I'm glad you left because I'm sure no one else did.
with Gary Oldman, especially when I was younger, I didn't realize he was in a movie until I saw the credits and saw his name, because he's able to become that character, you know. And I feel like Tom Hardy has that ability as well,
Oh man, I love him.
because you look at Tom Hardy, you know, he was in what was it?
Brain.
Was it? Yeah, yeah. I think he started off in Black Hawk Down. Was it?
Really? That was
I think so.
like his first big movie, I would assume.
Maybe. I'm actually going to check because
He's
I
probably done like, I don't know. I'm just
I
gonna assume because
don't want to-
he's like
Yeah.
English. He's done theater.
Wow. Okay, Griff.
his first
You were talking about JeTz a few minutes ago.
his first film was Black Hawk Down. And he was also in. I'm not sure if you guys know of the show Band of
Yes.
Brothers.
Yes, I know that.
He was
show.
in that
It's-
as well.
Mhm.
Like, he was in the film Sucker Punch.
I never watched that movie, so I don't know.
It's okay. It's not great. If you switch your brain off, it's all right. But you know, you have a look at him. You look at his characters like Bronson, Charles Bronson.
I don't know who that is. Who the hell's that?
You don't know that? Oh my god.
Inform me.
Basically, he's a criminal in England. I'll post a video of it because it's
Yeah,
just
fair
easier that way after the podcast.
Okay.
Like
Yeah, for
for
sure.
reference, Google Charles Bronson and
Charles Bronson. Okay.
yeah. But there was a film in 2008 about him, and he was played by Tom Hardy, and you see him play, for example, Charles Bronson, Bane. He was in Inception.
He was in Warrior. It's a very good movie. I'm sure Jiggy knows what I'm talking about.
We're still talking about Tom
yeah.
Hardy. Oh yeah.
Warrior. He's
Yeah.
great in that movie. Jiggy will back me up on that one. Matthew McConaughey too, Wingo. He's definitely evolved.
And yeah, like I don't think he's on the exact same scale as Gary Oldman, because I mean, with Gary Oldman it's more drastic, I'd say, but he's definitely, I'd say, in his footsteps. He's able to play any role basically. So he's definitely one of my favorites. Going back to favorite actor when I was younger, yeah, Gary Oldman,
Matt
Liam Neeson
Damon.
as well.
Mm.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's. Liam
Liam
Neeson's.
Neeson's.
I will look for you.
I will find you.
And I will find you.
I will kill you.
That's the only movie I think about when you mention Liam Neeson. I'm sorry.
Really?
Same, honestly.
For me, he's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn,
yeah.
yeah. I'd say he's better in Taken, actually.
Well, I'm gonna put my hand up. I haven't seen Taken.
Oh,
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's it's Tooken.
Yeah.
Took it.
Sorry, making like Key and Peele references, but anyway, right?
Yeah.
GP actually guessed mine. I mean, as if you couldn't get that
Really?
from the little tidbit I shared earlier, I wanted to be a basketball player. But we all know how tall I am.
Is it from watching Space
and
Jam?
how unrealistic that. Yeah. What? From Space Jam? Yeah, probably. Probably from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, is that why?
Michael
Okay.
Jordan. Yeah.
Jordan.
But yeah, I fell in love with the game. I don't know why I stopped, honestly. I used to follow basketball pretty closely. At least when I was a kid. And then
Was Michael Jordan your favorite
he
basketball
wasn't my
player?
favorite. Well, he still is probably my favorite basketball player. Obviously he retired. Probably it's probably when I stopped watching. Around then.
What about like your favorite team? Who's
And
your
back
favorite
then it was the
team?
Bulls. You know why? Because Michael Jordan was on the team.
He also played for the
did.
Wizards,
He
though.
did.
So Were you a fan of the
I
Wizards?
was a fan of Michael Jordan, so any team he was on, yeah, any team he was on, that was my favorite team. All right, Ben.
Yeah.
I'll get back into it. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, it. When I was a young kid, it was basketball, and then I went more to my teen years and like preteens. It was like a professional esports player.
Esports, damn. No, that's what I want to be
Yeah,
now.
it's still kind of
honestly.
that's
what I
still
wanna
the
be.
dream is esports / like entertainment Twitch streamer.
Professional video
Yeah,
game player,
anything where I
pretty
could
much.
make a living off of playing video games is the dream. That's the dream.
That's the dream.
And I'm sure,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
it's
everyone
a
would love to
lot of
do that.
people's dreams, but yeah,
Yeah.
that is most certainly the
Hell
dream
yeah.
right now.
Definitely.
So,
Professional, like you're just like showing off your skills. That's what it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
either like playing on an esports team or streaming or both.
No, I'm just talking about like with the basketball too as well. You wanted to become a professional basketball player.
But yeah, I just wanted to play the game, man. Play against the best. That's what it's always been about.
That's good. Competitive, Ray.
I am very competitive.
There you go. I couldn't tell. If you ever watch one of Ray's streams, I don't know if you could tell.
I don't know. I kind of
competitive
get.
he is.
I kind of
Fuck
get
out of my
silent
game.
sometimes. I don't know. More recently, which is bad. I've been just like too focused on like my own game, and I don't like talk as much.
Who's in the Discord when me and Ray were playing Maple Story, and we were like, "Hey,
I was there.
that
I was
was
there.
you."
Oh wait,
Yeah,
He's like,
it was
"Well, I'm
so
gonna go
late.
get-"
You would not sleep. You were just
Hey,
fucking
Gryphon.
fighting.
I will. Yeah, I will
Oh,
not. Ray was like, "I will not get off until I'm the higher level." than
Ray was
Griffin."
catching
I'm
up like, I'm level 17, Gryphon. What level are you, Gryphon?
and I was like, "You're not catching up, Ray. You're not catching up." I just like teasing Ray because I know he's like better than me at like every
Okay, that's
single
not
video
true.
game. So it's just
Stop.
that's how I feel. But anyway,
I kind of agree with you there. To be honest. I feel like I'm just a budget Ray
That's
option.
not.
okay,
That's
that is
not
not true, JeTz.
Yeah.
You're a thrift.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Wow, we're all
Joking,
budget shredded,
JeTz.
okay?
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Anyway,
Dollar
I
story.
agree, Jiggy. It's a great movie. I don't know where I could find it. It's not on Netflix anymore. I checked yesterday or the other day. I'm sad.
hold on. After Wingo is done answering his question, we'll answer your question, GP, because I actually do want to answer that.
I had
Yeah.
really unrealistic goals,
Same.
honestly. I was an insane pyromaniac. Like, still am. I would burn everything, like fireworks.
Did you want to be
Light
like
them
professional,
indoors.
like
Pyrotechnic.
flamethrower
No,
or some shit
pyrotechnic
like
for
that?
No,
like
no,
movies.
but like
Yeah,
just
that's-
gunpowder, fucking fireworks, you ripping out the fuses, emptying them, and like
and
igniting them
inhaling
and
the
shit.
fumes.
You
Always
saw
wanted to be like a firework maker. So
you saw
yeah.
FPS Rusher on YouTube and you were like, "Yep, that's what
Well, I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you
do."
could technically be a pyrotechnic on movie sets. Like,
True.
it's like a
Technically, but yeah.
profession for pyrotechnic. Like,
Oh yeah, go work in
Or
the
you
movie
can, like,
business. You know,
be a
set up
face.
explosions.
burning shit. Like,
Real life junk?
oh,
Real
Yeah.
life chunk rat.
Yeah, pretty much.
oh,
That's so
okay, Mr.
funny.
Nothing.
Wow.
Junkrat.
I would highly recommend that movie to anybody.
Oh my god. TF2 Pyro.
Is that okay? Really, as a kid, that's what you wanted to be? Is like
yep.
a
I used to
professional
burn everything.
pyrotechnician?
Like I straight up, you know, the like on construction, the like foam things.
Mhm.
I would straight up run around with a sparkler, like burning them, laughing my head
And
off,
you
like,
just
yeah, I can melt this.
My
so you
The
just
god.
little shit running
power.
around with like a
I have
lighter,
the power.
Uh-huh. Shooting, holding Roman candles when advised not
pointing
to,
at
shooting
people.
them. Yeah.
Oh my god, you fucking.
Are you still
Oh.
like that
Yes.
today? Or
I mean, no, not really, because fireworks are just burning money. But yeah, I remember
As-
one year. You know how you're supposed to use tubes for firework rockets?
oh god.
1 year there wasn't a tube, and I stuck it in the ground, and let's just say it didn't work.
Oh no.
It didn't
It just
launch, I
fucking-
would assume.
Yep, it just went.
It just stood there.
It didn't
and
move
burned its way
anywhere.
Blew
out.
up.
It went boom, and it was like a big rocket as well. It didn't go on.
Boom.
So I had to hide behind my door. I was like,
Fucking
shit.
Wingo is Junkrat confirmed.
Yeah, there you go.
That's really funny. Hold on. All right. What was GB's question again? It was, what does your family think of Discord / your podcast? Do they even know? No, they do not know anything about my internet life. I think they barely know how to use like their iPhone and like get on. They use like Facebook and YouTube. That's like the extent of like their internet usage. and my dad just looks up the weirdest shit on YouTube. I don't understand. I just I walk by. I'm like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, and I don't know.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff
Anime.
and things.
Okay.
And and my dad actually looks up like, well, if you guys didn't know, I'm Filipino, and my dad is very into it's like rooster fighting. I was gonna say cockfighting, but that's the setup for a lot of
Okay.
things.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, my dad's into like that kind of thing, and so he looks up YouTube videos about it and just watches. He knows how to like cast it to his TV through like the
Yeah,
Chromecast and
yeah.
stuff, so he'll watch
Okay.
it on the full screen.
Ah, nothing like a bunch of cocks
I was just
fighting on
like,
the big screen.
yeah, yeah. Same thing with my mom. Doesn't she doesn't really know how to use her phone other than like Facebook and YouTube. Even then, it's kind of like I have to help them. Rooster fighting ASMR. That's fantastic. Anyway, go go ahead. JeTz, does your parents know?
They don't know about the podcast, but they do know about GB and the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Purely because I'm at work when I receive like the parcels and stuff like that, and they're like, "What is this?" So I actually had to explain basically everything, but I remember for
You
GB.
look through your mail or something?
No, they just it goes through the door, the letterbox, and they just pick it up, put it on the side, and they just saw that it was for me.
Like, you never
Oh,
get
I
mail.
see.
That's what they say for me. It's like, why is this addressed
Yeah.
to you? He.
And so I actually had to sit down. I actually sat down with my mum because for GB Cup, I was like, because as people are aware, I hope they're aware, I actually took the whole week off work, holiday leave to train and stuff like that.
Hey, you're still getting paid, so
Yeah, I got paid for it, so
yeah.
But I was staying up until 4, 5 a.m. and stuff like that, and they were getting a bit worried, and I was like,
Our son.
I said,
Doing
I'm playing an Overwatch Cup hosted by one of my friends.
Mhm.
I'm just letting you know this is happening. Blah blah blah, and then they kind of got more. They wanted to know more because obviously I brought like GB merch and stuff like that. And oh, what's that logo? What's GB? And so I explained GB, and yeah,
My
you know,
parents, they're never curious about the shit that I do because I feel like they just don't care to understand it. It's like the whole internet thing, and that they only know how to use Facebook and YouTube. So they're just like, if he explains this to us, they're just like, I'm not going to understand anyway, so I'm not going to ask.
yeah.
But
It's,
I don't know. My parents, I'm first generation in America, so that's kind of like why. My parents are
Yeah.
very foreign.
I see.
Yeah,
But
mine were
yeah.
like the exact same as well.
Mhm.
And I'd try and tell them how to do something, and they'd just be like, "Okay." A week later, how do you do this? Like, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Mom, I told you how to upload a video already. Can you stop bothering?
Yeah. But, I don't think I'd ever tell my parents about the podcast, to be honest,
Oh.
because of some of the stuff I've said.
What
But
kind of stuff did you say on here? I don't know.
Well-
I just don't think about it just because I don't care, I guess.
I'm perfectly happy to answer any question, really. But
true.
I'd probably regret my answer, especially, yeah. But yeah, they know about the Discord. They know, they don't really know what, in detail, I guess, but they know that I've got, I speak to people in America, across the world, stuff like that. So,
What about you, Ray?
yeah.
They don't know about the podcast. I think they know about Discord.
Obviously, I would. Well, not obviously. I would have think so because me and you've met up. I don't know if he's.
Yeah, I was like, I
mentioned
kind of just told them I was online. Like, there's really no need to go into detail unless they ask, like, oh, well, tell me more about it if they were just curious for my safety / interested. But yeah, I mean they're familiar with like Skype and Google Hangouts and stuff, and I kind of explain it's kind of like that, but it's easier for me anyway to navigate. But
They know
yeah, they
about
know about
Gibby.
GB because I bought the merch, and they're like, oh, who's this? I'm like, oh, she's a YouTuber, and they didn't really ask too much about it. But I'm like, okay, well, I mean, if they're interested, they'll ask. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's a YouTuber I watch, and want to support, get the merch,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
that's about it.
I actually have another story about talking to my mum about like GB and all that. Because as everyone is well aware, I was top donor of the month several times, and I got a card sent, and everything that I've received, I've had the GB Cup jersey, I had the note with the jersey, I've got the card from Top Dono, postcard for Patreon. I've kept that. That's right beside me here, and I got the card, and my mum had actually put it to the side to throw in the recycling bin,
PodcaS.
Bruh.
and I was like, "Do not touch that. That stays with
All
me.
time.
Do not touch that." So, I had to be like, "Yeah, you see that stuff? You see that? That's mine. Don't do anything with that." So
What about you, Wingo? Do your parents?
For me, yeah, I hide everything. Like they only know that I have a lot of internet friends, but they've seen the name like GB around, and also because I bought like Gryphon mug. They saw it at one point and thought it was me even. But yeah, other than that, yeah, no, they don't know anything other than the fact that there's some
this-
guy who quote looks like me, and yeah, there's some GB
Is
person.
this one of your internet friends?
Yeah, I
They really
just said
didn't like-
nothing.
they really didn't like the Gryffalo mug, did they?
No, they.
Who is this man
yeah.
impersonating my son?
Who the fuck is this?
You're not my son.
And then one morning they decided to make me a cup of tea with it. I was like, I'm proud.
Yes.
Oh,
That reminds me, I still
yeah,
need to
we
buy
do
that,
not speak about
the
the Gryphon
tapestry.
mug.
Yeah, I need to buy that and
Jesus
bringing it
Christ.
to Anime Boston.
Where it is a cloak.
Yeah, it's happening. Gryphon.
Someone in the chat link to my merch, please. Self-advertisement.
We need to make a podcast stuff.
Yeah, we need to make commands and shit. But yeah, we'll make podcast merch, I'm sure.
That
sometime
was
soon.
what I actually wanted to speak to you.
Are you
about.
kidding me, JeTz? All right, okay. We'll
The
talk about it
muggle.
later.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So-
all right. Let's go back to. Thanks for the question, GB. That
Yeah.
was a good question. The only people that know about like the Discord and stuff like that, and like nobody knows about the podcast, at least that I know. It's only you
Yeah.
guys. And I've told my brother about GB. I was like, hey, do you watch ASMR? I asked my brother that, and he's like, no. And I was like, well, you should watch GB. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know her. And I was like, yeah, you should listen to her. And he's like, okay.
I should have asked my brothers about ASMR a while ago because my older brother's friend. I didn't mention this before, but me and my older brother work at the same company.
Mhm.
I'm in customer service. He's on the buying team, and one of his work colleagues, one of his workmates, actually watches GB.
That's interesting.
I saw it. Like he at work, he actually listens to ASMR just to chill because it's so
Mhm.
hectic. And I walked past his desk, and he was actually watching a GB video.
Which one was he watching?
It was one of the black and white ones.
It's all right. I was just seeing if you.
Oh
knew
no,
how
it
to
was
answer.
black and white. Like
Okay.
but yeah, so he talked to me about because obviously I wear my GB Cup jersey and my GB hoodie to work, and he was like, you know what, she's really good, and I was like, yeah, she's fantastic. So he's like, I didn't know you were a fan, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, the air
yeah,
conditioner.
yeah.
Big
Do you know
fan.
Discord? Yeah.
Alright.
So very interesting.
The next part of this being an adult / adulting topic is what is one thing you tell your past teen self, but that's Alex's question. Thank you again, Alex. Hello. I see you right
Yes,
there
listening
listening
live.
live
Hi,
in our
Alex.
Discord. Hello. What is something I tell my past teen self? Hmm.
Want
I
me to
kind
go
of
first?
just
Oh,
who first? Me?
Do
You?
you want me to go
Yes,
first?
go
If
Yeah,
you
for
cannot
it.
answer. Do
Go
your
for it.
fucking work, you lazy.
I feel
That's the
like
one thing
a
you
lot
tell
of people
yourself.
can relate to
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
big thing. Like we mentioned this in another another
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, doing work
It's a lot of
because
like regret.
procrastination. Ah,
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
know the
get that,
feel.
Wingo. It's similar.
All right.
Ray,
For
what's
me,
one thing you tell your teen self?
probably say like I don't know how to put this exactly, but we were talking about the esports thing. I just say like, be more active in that, and like try to more
Oh, yeah.
actively pursue it, and just instead of just kind of leaving it out to dry. Like if it leads to a dead end, then it leads to a dead end. But at least I could say I tried. Like you get that satisfaction of hey, I know for a fact, and like there's no regret is what you're basically what you were saying before. It's like at that point, it's like I tried, I gave
Yeah.
it my all, and I know it's not a thing. So now I can move on and do something else.
Mm.
Just be a washed up esports
Yeah.
player, At least you're washed up. JeTz, what about you?
I'd probably tell my past self to not listen to certain people, like, because you'll deal with them for a few months, a year maybe, and they'll be gone from your life.
Oh yeah,
But-
definitely.
So don't take what they say too seriously. Just brush it all off and just move on. Don't
Just
let
cut
it
negative
affect you.
people out of your life.
Exactly. Because I feel like if I followed that when I was younger, I'd probably be in a better position than I am right now. So yeah, I'd definitely say just brush off things that you hear. Don't take it too seriously. Just laugh it off. Don't take yourself too seriously either. Something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
you're right, Dusty.
So relax.
Relax.
Listen to ASMR.
Stay calm.
That's what you tell your
Listen to
past teen
ASMR.
self. For me, what I tell my past teen self is, yes, I think I'm definitely like an introvert, but that's like I guess the nature of like just who I am, and just back then I was kind of like I didn't like people. Like I genuinely did not like people. Just like interacting with them was just so stressful, and just like I was always worried about I was always very insecure as like a teenager and stuff like that. So I was worried about what they think about me and shit like that, and just
Oh,
like
I know. Yeah.
everything. Because I was also like bullied a lot also as a kid, so that's why like I guess like these insecurities and stuff. I guess I learned to be introverted just because when I expressed myself, I was always like
shut
bullied.
down. That's
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also I'm
I
like,
know that feel. Yeah.
well, I guess I'll just be by myself.
fucking JeTz knocking you out.
Yeah.
But
Gryphon's getting you, what the heck?
but in teen self, I'm assuming this is like high school time. I'd say just try and be like friendlier with other people, because I realized some people weren't there to like be mean to me or be like malicious and stuff. And I don't know, because I was always like an asshole to people because I always expected them to be mean or something like that, or to like judge me and stuff like that. So
Right.
definitely give people a chance and be friendlier, because I was stuck up and I thought I was better because I didn't want to give people a chance to be my friend, because I'd be
Give
hurt
me a chance.
and vulnerable.
Well, I'm glad you gave me that
Yeah.
chance.
Anyway, yeah. I love people now. I like having friends and stuff. My friends are like the most important thing about my life, actually, I think. And I don't know. I look forward to like talking to my friends and like hanging out with them. just like every day stuff.
No.
Anyway,
Who's cutting onions? What's going on?
me.
So why don't you apply the freaking underwater filter? Hello?
Another thing under the adult topic is
Yes.
things that I've learned along the way / advice for others. I always tell myself that I'm bad at giving advice. I just tell people that actually also just so that they don't get mad at me for giving bad
Yeah, I
advice.
get that. I do that too.
I'm just like, if this goes wrong, you're gonna be like
Don't blame
mad at
me.
me. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
like, nah.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, I'll try my best. I'll listen to you. That's about it. But things I've learned along the way. Does anybody else want to start? Because
Nah, I gotta think about it a little.
I'm
okay.
yeah, same.
Okay, I can start then. Things I've learned along the way. Just like being the friendlier thing is one of them. Just giving people a chance. I have ran into people who are still like assholes and stuff, but I kind of like don't take it as seriously, and I just like don't get, I guess, as butthurt, as people would say, butthurt. Just I kind of like brush off a lot of this stuff, and just what I've learned is that you can't take everything so seriously, and just like what JeTz has learned, I guess, or what he would tell his past self. Just anything that happens to you, you don't think it's the end of the world, or like, because every day there's always tomorrow, and you don't need to, what's it called? Yeah, just don't take shit too seriously, because if you stress it out so much, it's gonna consume you, and it's gonna be awful. Yeah, that's what I've learned, is to not take everything so seriously.
Nice.
Just enjoy life.
I think I have something. I just need to try and think of how to say it.
I can go next if you want to think about it. If not, then go for it.
Well, I've touched on this before, where I've mentioned friendship groups have abandoned me, so I was just left all by myself. So what I've learned is that's happened multiple times. So I've managed to pick myself up, start again, and then do it all over again. If even though things might look and feel absolutely terrible, always look for positives, because in the end, you'll most likely just go straight past that into something completely better. I say that because those two friendship groups, they ditched me, fine, but it actually led me to the Discord, which is one of the best things that's happened to me. So, yeah, my advice would be, if you're having a hard time, of course it feels like shit, but always look on the bright side, because there will be good later on. Like, it won't always be bad. So just, get your hopes up for that and enjoy it, to be honest. Like, I joined this Discord and met some absolutely amazing people. So I'm using that as an example, it could change completely one day, but I'll always have those memories. So, yeah, basically, just keep your head up, keep your chin up.
All right, great.
I'm not crying you up.
Yeah, it's good advice. I was kind of just gonna. It's basically what Griff said. Just try to keep an open mind and an open heart, and if someone's being an asshole, I kind of would say, like, try to see where they're coming from. I always try to, like, put myself in their shoes or whatever. I think that helps me like a lot in trying to understand or deal with some people who are not the nicest of people. So just being able to try to understand, what people are going through, and if they're being an asshole, why are they being an asshole? You try to meet their level of harshness with an equal amount of kindness, and and if they're still upset, then whatever, and move on. You do all you can, and yeah, an evil amount of kindness, Dusty. That's another way to do it. Just drown them in kindness. But yeah, just kind of be willing to have an open mind when it comes to with what people have going on, and try to not just dismiss people right away because of something they've done or said.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Totally get that. Anything, Wingo? No.
Damn.
Wingo's
Don't
just
give
like,
up.
Never
don't
give
get
up.
up. You know.
That's a good one.
Never surrender.
Yeah. Set yourself a goal. Don't give up on it.
Mm-hmm.
What is that from? Never give up, never surrender.
But I have no idea.
Is that? Hold on. Is that Galaxy
You're a
Quest?
Galaxy Quest.
And the last part about
Yeah.
this adulting topic is what defines us as millennials, and kind of like what makes us different from, like, I guess, the previous generation.
Technology.
Kind of like the main thing. Oh yeah,
A lot. I'd say
definitely.
we're a lot more open-minded.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
In some
Yeah,
ways.
definitely
In some ways.
Yeah.
In other ways,
A lot of us are assholes
yeah.
too. Just saying.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The internet.
I'm not against that. Yeah, we're a lot more reliant on technology, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
You hear, your granddad and all that talk about, how they didn't have computers back then, and whereas us, like, we'd barely be able to live through a day without our phones, just sat there.
Power goes out, I just start crying.
Yeah.
What do I do?
So obviously it's positives and negatives. That's
Yeah.
definitely a negative. We're way too reliant on
Mhm.
technology.
I think. Sorry to cut you off, but I think we're kind of okay because, when we grew up, the technology wasn't as advanced, obviously, as it is now. But there's kids nowadays, maybe even a few years ago, it's like they're born with an iPhone or whatever in their hand. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. In
I feel
6-year-olds with an
it's like,
iPad, it's like, oi.
It's gonna get worse and
It
worse,
will.
I think.
And
but
that's something we got to face as society. Progresses, and
Yeah.
it'll be definitely interesting.
But yeah, there's definitely positive. It's not like, obviously I said we're all assholes and shit, but we're more sociable, I think, and also less sociable in that, we're here doing this thing right now because we've met through the internet.
Yeah.
and meeting a bunch of people through the internet, but at the same time some people lack the social skills in person and stuff like that, and
I'm interested in that discussion of where do you think it's the internet, I guess, internet conversations are taking away from social skills, or are they enabling people without social skills to become more sociable? I guess it kind of goes either way.
Yeah,
it's an equilibrium.
Yeah, there's two sides to it because personally I communicate a lot better over text. I can stop any errors before I send it, whereas I always misspeak all the time.
I get nervous.
Yeah, and it allows people who wouldn't be able to speak to someone face to face to be able to actually communicate. So there's obviously it's two-sided. It might take away people social skills, speaking in front of a entire room, for example. However, actually speaking one-on-one, over text or anything like that, it's two-sided. I don't know.
But what defines us as millennials? It's definitely the technology and the internet.
Yeah,
technology.
How we interact.
I would say, I'm gonna make a point, and I'm not sure if people will agree or not, which will be interesting. Where from what I've seen anyway, there's a lot more people now that are more open-minded politically, sexually, sexuality, stuff like that, with certain rights and stuff. Because from my past experiences, like my granddad and grandma, you talk about LGBT, that don't do that. Just don't with them, because you're it's a train wreck. Whereas with millennials, you can probably talk about that and be very comfortable with the majority of people.
Totally fine. Because I don't know, we've interacted with people online. We've seen a lot of stuff that I guess to us it seems okay because we learned, I guess, through the internet and just like interacting with people that
Yeah.
I don't know, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's I don't know, because I think back then they grew up and they were brought up to
Yes.
kind of like think, oh, it's bad
Well,
this way, or
I
like
think part of the issue, I guess, here is that, or no, it's not an issue, but the situation here, I guess, is that with the internet, you're allowed to like seek out more people that have a similar thought process than you. So
yeah,
like,
definitely.
rather than, maybe something's weird in this one part of town or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, this is weird, but then you secretly think it's not weird, and then you go online and you get to see like, there's a lot of other people that don't think the same way as you, and it's like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's certainly, I forgot where I saw that from. It was either from like a video or article or something, but that the I think it was like a, what's his name, scientist guy, oh man, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was like, people
Right.
like about the flat Earth theory, and like how a lot of people like are there's apparently a lot more people that think that now, but he's like talking about how it used to be such a like a closet thing, I guess, and now that you can go online and look up and see that a lot of people think this, and then it kind of gives it some validity in a way to where that you see,
Yeah.
oh well, if 100,000
I'm not
people are
alone.
thinking this, then maybe there's something else to it,
It must be.
and
Yeah.
not to go off on a tangent, but
Right. But is it
being
but like with the internet and stuff like that, like people might hide something, but because obviously you could be a keyboard warrior,
yeah, of course,
it might be the same percentage as 40 years ago, and it's just that people actually have a voice on the internet now, whereas they wouldn't want to do it in person, if that makes sense.
Definitely it enables people to be, they could be their true selves, which is like an asshole or whatever, and just behind the internet they could do whatever they want to an
The
extent.
flat Earth thing
anyway.
was just
They could,
just an example. Yeah, definitely certainly can go both ways.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's because
Yeah.
that's what Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about in that one. So.
But definitely I think to answer that specific question is that technology, the way we interact with each other, and even from our behaviors and interacting with each other, we're, I guess, in turn more open-minded generally. At least I like to think so, the people that I've
Yeah,
interacted with.
I think so.
Yeah.
As well.
And
I'd also say probably I could be completely wrong on this, so I apologize if I offend anyone. Just from what I've touched on, like reading up, for example, one of the trends in the UK is that a lot more people are completely turning away from religion. Whereas in the past, religion was always such a big thing. Whereas nowadays, apart from certain parts of the world, I would say religion has kind of fallen back, especially here in the UK. Like, I'm not entirely sure how it is in the US.
I mean, I guess it goes both ways as well too. A lot of people are definitely trying to get more into it, and then there's also people who are, I think, a vocal minority, are like very loud about how they hate
Yeah.
religion and stuff like
Right.
that. I don't think this is my opinion. I don't think you should do that. Shouldn't hate on other people's shit unless they're like doing stuff to you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I personally think you know, I have my beliefs. Someone else has their beliefs.
Yeah.
I won't try to force anything on you, so don't do it to me.
I generally think that's how
That's
most of our generation is like.
how it
Mhm.
should be.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
people are assholes,
Mhm.
basically.
and that's why I guess we're more open minded, because we allow people to be
Yeah.
themselves without, I mean, to an extent of them not hurting other people and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That, you know, people can be themselves without hurting other
Mhm.
people, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And it should be like that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do want to say again, anything we say in the podcast, if we do offend anyone, we apologize for that. You know, we have our
Yes,
own
it's definitely not
opinions.
to hurt anybody or any specific group of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
It's
are
just,
people, though.
yeah.
Mhm.
It you know, it's just what we believe, and you know, we're sorry if we offend. So, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, that actually brings an end to the adult topic.
Yeah, we don't have much time left.
I think
We
I think that's actually the end of all we're gonna
Would
discuss
you-
structurally.
Are you? Yeah, are you sure? Because I'm perfectly happy to answer the last ones.
The last one,
Well, the last two,
I'd-
like the very last
I-
one's very quick.
I want to save
Yeah, I was
number
gonna say,
4.
probably
for
save
You wanna
number
save
four.
number
next time.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a good topic.
Damn,
Well,
okay.
I want to be able to flesh it
It
out.
is. It is a
I want to
very
be
good
able to
topic.
flesh it
Yeah.
out entirely and not, feel rushed. to
They-
finish.
There you go, guys. I wanted the stream to go on for longer.
We need
but,
to have a
uh,
schedule. This needs to be concise. It needs to be,
Yeah, you saw me stressing out earlier about you.
All right. Here's the
All
last
right.
question, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen. Number 5: bite or lick ice cream?
Okay, then. So
Special combination of both.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. The thing is, when it's like melting or something, I'll lick it probably most likely. Or actually, no. You know what? I do both, depending on the temperature of the ice cream. If it's too
Gotta do
hard
an
to
analysis.
bite. Yeah, if it's too hard to bite, I'm not gonna bite it. I'm gonna lick it, dwindle it down a little, then I can bite it, and then dwindle it down again by licking it. God.
I'm dying.
I just
I'm dying.
realized.
Wow.
Also
Sorry,
depends what
Siebes.
kind of ice cream, honestly.
Yeah,
For me, like if it's scooped, I usually
on a cone.
and then as opposed to on a cone, I usually lick a lot more.
Yeah.
I bite cones. I
Shut
bite
up,
the
JeTz.
shit out of cones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only
Like-
bite the cone like after I'm like down to the top of the cone.
Warm
Harry
it
ate
up.
it.
GB, no.
That's the reference I was making.
Yeah, I know you were. I know
when
you
I
were.
made that. But yeah, who the hell chomps their ice cream? Just chomps it the whole time. I mean, I'll
It'll be
take
my teeth
okay.
if I do anyway.
Yeah, if I have like a spoon, I'll scoop it in. Does that count as biting it though? Like if you have
No.
a spoon?
Does it?
No.
I wouldn't say so.
I mean, you're taking.
I would say
you're
it
taking
counts as
a bite of
biting.
ice cream.
Well, it's technically not a bite, though, is it? Like you don't use your teeth.
It's not a lick either though.
Tackling
is
the new,
it? Is it
new
put-
topic.
Yeah.
Swallow.
You put it in your
It's
mouth
just
and then
swallow.
you melt
There you
it
go.
with your tongue.
Spam
You're
the
licking
lid.
it.
Spam the
Gotta,
GB
you
loots.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
you're technically like taking a bite, I guess, with the spoon, and then you're licking it when you put it in your mouth. Okay, that sounds weird, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like you take like
No, I get
the spoon
you,
is
I
like
get you.
symbolic to you taking a bite, but you don't actually bite. You put it in your mouth, and you kind of it just like dissolves in your mouth.
Yeah, I think everybody does both. Unless, yeah, are you sucking on your ice cream? I don't know. I don't do that.
It depends.
Oh no.
Is that biting though?
No,
if
it
you're
is not because you're not closing your jaw.
Is
You're just sucking, okay?
Fucking hell, man! This is the content that people come and listen
Yes,
to.
this is it. This is
My
Premiere.
God! I
this
hope
is
you
the
guys-
shit that keeps me up at
it
night.
really
you know?
does.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking,
Okay.
is a hot dog a
Oh
sandwich?
my god. For another podcast, that's gonna. We need to get Jiggy on for that one.
definitely.
Oh my
It's a
God!
hot
We can have a
dog
whole food
sandwich.
conversation with Jiggy. Jiggy and
Oh,
B-Pops
jeez.
going at it.
Oh my
That'd
God!
be so funny.
Yes, please, please.
All right, Vixel. I'm sorry. Everyone else was thinking it.
Oh
Sweet
my
wholesome.
God! I'm just gonna say, if it's on a cone, I will lick the ice cream and then I will bite down
I
onto the cone
usually,
and
I
eat it
usually
that way.
don't bite the ice cream. But recently,
No, I would never.
recently I did just because it was hot out and it was gonna melt really fast. So I wanted to eat as much of it as possible before it all melted, and I was also getting eaten alive by bugs.
Wait,
That's not
Yeah,
good.
I usually end up
Anyway,
the ice cream.
cage fight podcast.
that was our last question or topic. Literally,
Yes.
that question has been in the in the stock for like. I think it was asked when GB was
Yeah.
on, and I saved that. I was
It's been
like,
talking, you know.
My God.
yeah, because no, we talked about ice cream at the end of that podcast as well, and
All right.
yeah. Anyway,
Hold
that was the
on,
last topic,
Steez,
guys.
You gotta cover your ears. I'm gonna play the That's a 10 thing in the background for the end of the stream. Okay. All right, Steez, cover your ears.
Say the outro.
This is important.
Cover
Mike.
all
This is important,
9,000
Gryphon.
taste buds.
Oh, jeez.
My
Here we
God.
go.
Okay. All right.
Warm it up.
Ray, solo.
Tell
Let's
me when
play
I'm
it in the
done.
background.
That top note, that cream,
Can they
Pure
could
vanilla.
hear it over me though, can't they?
sweeteners. That's a 10.
All right,
All right, it's
all
the
All
it's
9,000
the-
taste buds.
All right, just. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming to this wonderful, wonderful podcast. I thought it was a great one.
Sorry to
Good
cut you
job,
off,
guys.
Gryphon, but that's
Yeah.
important.
High five.
High five.
Yeah.
Get in.
Yeah, get in there.
Get on skin.
We hope
Same
you enjoyed
time
Yeah.
next week, I believe. I don't know. Do we have anything else?
I
planned
don't
this
think
week? No?
so.
Next week, no. Friendly reminder: 23rd, we're not doing a podcast purely because of GB's 24-hour stream. So yeah, next week should be fine. The week after should be fine, and then the 23rd is a no go. So
We're not doing it because I want to watch it, not because just because she's streaming.
Oh,
Because I want to watch it myself.
of course, yeah. Like,
Exactly. But
You know.
anyway,
do
same
you
time
want to
next
steal our
week.
viewers?
Same time next week. New topics, obviously.
Maybe a
Wouldn't be
guest.
a new episode without it.
Maybe a guest.
Maybe
there,
a guest.
there
Yeah,
has been a lot of talk of wanting a guest. So
We'll look into it.
I know you guys love your guest.
Love your guest.
we'll
I'm
look into
joking.
it.
Me over
Yeah,
here
I'm
on my
not
chop
talking.
We'll
Yeah,
look into
exactly.
it. We're not going to promise anything.
Yes.
But thank you so much for listening to us. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Adios.
guys.
Bye.